Every time you click, swipe, or pause on a screen, a social media information system, or SMIS, captures the interaction. These platforms use cookies and artificial intelligence to map your demographics, record your buying habits, and accurately predict your next move. This creates an immediate tension for modern business leaders. Having the technical capacity to track every granular detail of a consumer's life is a separate issue from whether a business should exercise that power. Navigating this requires a clear distinction between three separate concepts. The law dictates societal rules, while morals reflect personal beliefs. Ethics serve as the professional frameworks that guide behavior in the workplace, providing the operational logic for how a business functions. Relying solely on the legal system to guide corporate behavior is risky because laws often move at a fraction of the speed of technology. Digital mediums of exchange like Bitcoin allow for anonymous, global transactions, enabling crimes like ransomware attacks to flourish long before courts can draft legislation to address them. In 2016, a failure to maintain these standards led Wells Fargo employees to open millions of unauthorized accounts. That failure resulted in $3 billion in settlements and a lasting blow to the bank's public reputation. Practical ethical frameworks function as risk management tools. They provide the structure required for long-term business survival in a digital economy. When digital dilemmas arise, businesses classify them using 5 dimensions: information rights, intellectual property, control and accountability, establishing standards, and quality of life. Information rights are highly relevant to big data. Tracking massive digital activity to predict behavior creates immediate friction with consumer privacy. Imagine a retail manager using Wi-Fi tracking software to monitor physical foot traffic. The data reveals that 12% of their shoppers leave the store and immediately walk to a specific neighboring coffee shop. The manager could use this data to buy targeted ad space in that cafe. The central ethical question is where the line exists between effective marketing and a direct invasion of consumer privacy. Categorizing a dilemma into one of these dimensions allows a manager to begin the work of formulating a solution. Once a problem is categorized, it is dismantled using a 5-step ethical analysis. This procedural checklist is designed to remove impulsive bias from the decision. Consider an internal conflict. A manager receives complaints that a coworker is playing smartphone games on company time and the noise is distracting others. The manager starts with step 1, getting the facts, and step 2, determining who is affected. They must investigate if the gaming is occurring and identify who is truly impacted by the noise. Step 3 involves searching for precedents. Before taking punitive action, the manager must consider company policies and their own history, including if they have ever checked personal social media accounts during working hours. Utilizing this structured step-by-step process helps leaders avoid hypocritical decisions that damage team morale. Managers weigh options using 5 ethical principles, acting as specific lenses to reach a final decision. Let's apply this to a high-stakes scenario. A corporate committee must downsize 15 employees to save costs, allowing the company to give raises to remaining staff. A committee member arguing from a utilitarian perspective might say the majority benefit justifies the action. A universalist argument would counter that the move is inherently unfair to the 15 individuals losing their jobs. A third perspective uses the principle of distributive justice. This argument suggests firing only the lowest producing workers, basing the negative outcomes strictly on individual effort and productivity. Mastery of these principles provides the precise vocabulary required to debate, decide, and defend corporate actions. There is a boundary between data security and data ethics. While the IT department protects data through firewalls and virtual private networks, the manager decides how that data is ethically used. International bodies attempt to establish digital rights baselines, such as UN Resolution 68/167. However, these efforts lack absolute global enforcement. This leaves the responsibility in your hands. A manager's success depends on their ability to navigate ethical dilemmas, regardless of their technical background. Businesses capture the strategic value of big data when it is governed by strict, transparent ethical standards. Without that oversight, data collection creates long-term corporate liability. Identify a frequently used app or retailer on your phone right now. Head to the comments and let us know, based on their privacy policy, which of the 5 ethical principles seems to drive their business.